You ruined my life, so I'm going to take everything I can.
So you're gonna ruin my life.
Who are you to ruin my life?
Welcome to YouTube's favorite K-pop show,
DK News. My name is Danny Kim.
David Kim.
Today we have lots and lots of news, hot ass tea for you. First off, we have SM Entertainment making their own cryptocurrency.
And second, the biggest news in Korea right now, rapper Noel is caught drunk driving.
Who is this Noel guy? I don't know.
Third, BTS is not getting exempt from the military. Confirmed.
And last but not least, we have the hottest tea after Ahn Jae Hyun is filing for divorce against his wife Goo Hye. So on to the first news. SM Entertainment is going to launch their own cryptocurrency.
Yay!
We love cryptocurrency. Announcement was made in a crypto-related conference held by Upbit, which is a crypto exchange.
The service I use.
On September 4th, that SM is planning to develop its own blockchain network with its native cryptocurrency. This would allow fans to invest in artists' work through cryptocurrency. They are hoping that this would break down the inefficient payment systems the music industry employs. Honestly, that's all the news.
Oh, really?
It was a very short statement.
Okay.
But I just wanted to ask, since you're the crypto expert, can cryptocurrency do anything to solve the inefficiencies of the music industry?
I mean, there is a case already. Z-Boys.
Did that help? Did that help?
Well, they're funded by cryptocurrencies.
Did that do anything though?
They're using the blockchain system. I don't know.
How are they using blockchain though? Can you explain how?
The funding just came from blockchain. Also, it's encrypted, so you can't really hack the monetary system, and it's transparent, so you can see the flow of money that goes to the idols and between.
Oh, really?
That kind of stuff.
Does it actually work that way?
I don't know. I haven't looked into Z-Boys and Z-Girls, but I hope it works that way.
Oh, okay.
I hope it's not a scam, because 90% of the cryptocurrencies out there are scams.
90% is putting them on a high standard.
And to be honest, I got scammed a couple times too.
Oh,
so
really?
I lost a couple $100,000.
Yeah. 100,000? You have that much money?
No, 100 to 1,000.
Oh, okay. If there was one K-pop company that would be reliable enough for a cryptocurrency to hold its value and not be considered a scam, maybe it's SM. But honestly, I just think this is just jumping on the bandwagon that is cryptocurrency.
During the internet age, the .com bubble age, everyone jumped into everyone made their own homepage, their own site. It's the same thing. Cryptocurrency, it's a lucrative market.
It's a gold rush.
Yeah, let's do our own too. So SM coin,
Yeah, SM coin that's gonna be used to buy SM stuff and nothing else. Best of luck, SM. Honestly, I could give two shits less about cryptocurrency.
I like this because the more news for cryptocurrency, my Bitcoin value is gonna go up.
Does it actually go up though? Who gives a shit about
No, it's like this. Oh, Goldman Sachs is launching a coin.
Oh yes, Bitcoin.
It goes up. Oh, SM is launching a coin.
So saying dumb people are joining in the flock. That's what you're saying. Okay. There you go, SM coin. We'll look forward to it. And on to the next news.
So we have the hottest news in Korea right now. The rapper Noel. Have you heard of him before?
I know where he is from.
Yeah.
고등 rapper. It's where these high school kids were rapping, and
he was pretty controversial there because he was allegedly doing prostitution.
Right. Yeah. And he was a kid. He was a high school kid.
Not selling himself.
Oh, no.
He
was
buying.
He was a client. Yeah.
not doing prostitution.
No.
Okay.
That sounded so wrong.
Okay. Yeah, but before we go on into the Noel case, who he is, this mystery guy, besides K-pop on DK News, the Korean news, we have the obligation to tell you what's really going on in Korea, and unarguably this news topped any kind of news in Korea recently.
That is true.
Yeah, so honestly the biggest news for the last month in Korea was definitely about the new Minister of Justice candidate Cho-gu. Oh, well, actually now nominated as the Minister of Justice just today.
He is the Minister of Justice.
Yeah,
now.
literally 1 hour before he became Minister of Justice.
The president announced.
To briefly give you the situation, the Minister of Justice Cho-gu was under fire from the whole nation due to mainly his daughter and wife's faults. His daughter has allegedly manipulated extracurricular activities, such as being the first author of a medical academic paper during high school.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, doing voluntary work in Uganda, but not physically physically being in Uganda. So this is the current condition of the Korean education system. So if you want to know about the education system, go watch our recent interview with a documentary film director,
nice.
Kelly, who exposes the Korean education system.
She made a movie about Korean education. It's called Permission to Live. Go watch our
Exist.
interview.
Permission to exist.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Wow.
Well, existence and living. Okay.
Okay.
But go watch that video. And also regarding Joguk, there are things such as his son doing allegedly a fake internship from Seoul University.
What's real about this family?
And his daughter allegedly receiving a manipulated award. His wife investing a large amount of money in a private equity fund, and etc. These all became relevant suspicions during the confirmation hearing because Joguk was a professor at Seoul University, presidential secretary for public and policies, which means he might have had the influence to influence people, like
manipulating
awards and making his son doing
going to Uganda when you're not in Uganda.
먼저 우간다.
Exactly.
You know, I have a similar experience. If she didn't go to Uganda and she can say she went to Uganda, I actually used to translate letters from Korean people that were sending stuff to Africa. Like they would pack in letters, like Save the Children.
Yeah.
So can I say like I volunteered in Africa when I was in high school for 3 years?
Yeah, so it's very tricky because what Joguk said was she meant she was part of the preparation process.
Yeah. Well, I was also part of helping out Africa.
Yeah, so you can title it like, you know,
Africa
I participated
volunteer
in the Africa volunteer group. Yes. And also his wife was the professor of the university her daughter received an award from.
How convenient.
Yeah. So Joguk kept on replying that he didn't know about the details of his children's issues and that he submitted all the records to the prosecutor's office and would wait for the results. But on to today's focus of the news, according to 연합뉴스, 매일경제, 아시아경제, and more, we don't want to get sued. This is political, so being careful here. During the confirmation hearing, a congressman from the opposite party called Ahn Jae Hyun, he's pretty famous, snapped on Joguk several times, questioning his ability to control the Ministry of Justice when he can't even control his own family. Boom! Mic drop. He was like, how can you
You're not even a father.
Yeah.
You're not even a father.
How can you be the head of the ministry if you can't be a father, you know? That's what he said.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay.
How things turn out.
So the congressman urged Joguk to take responsibility and step down and resign from the candidate position because of this family action.
부인이 기소가 된다면 법무장관을 수행할 수 있겠습니까? 사퇴 가능성도 있다는 말씀이십니까?
부인이 기소되면 내려둬야지.
However, the world operates in mysterious ways because one day after the hearing, right after the hearing, Congressman Chang's son, who is known to be a controversial rapper called Noel, was caught by the police for doing a DUI. Drunk driving. And hitting a motorcycle at 2 a.m. His blood alcohol content was way over the limit, which would mean he would be eligible for revocation of his license. Afterwards, a third person that suddenly appeared to the scene, later than Noel or the police, started claiming that he was the one who was driving the car. Thus, Noel was sent home while the third person got investigated. But after the controversy got spread massively on the internet, a few hours later, Noel and his mother appeared at the police station to admit that he was the one who actually drove the car.
This guy, literally, the day before your dad was saying to the minister candidate, like, you know, why don't you take good care of your family? You don't deserve to be a minister. This guy could have waited, you know, at least not the day after, man. Like, what a f***ing dumb...
Yeah. And furthermore, there are suspicions that Noel tried to bribe the motorcycle driver with expensive accessories and also mentioning that he was the son of Congressman Chang.
Well,
we don't know the tone. Either it was like threatening or
maybe
either
it's, oh please, my dad just like came back from saying all this shit and now I'm like...
So after all this meth?
This is not meth.
Okay.
So after all this mess, Father and son both posted an apology on their social medias, but netizens are now requesting Congressman Jang to resign because of his own logic of what he said during the hearing 1 day ago to Cho-guk.
Yeah, Minister of Justice.
Yeah.
I'm just like really, really pissed. Not because like I'm in support for Chang Jae-hyun or whatever. This dude, he is literally the definition of does not give a fuck. And he kind of reminds me of that like meme where I'm about to end this man's career. Hold my beer, man. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna take the fucking beer and drive. I'm about to end my dad's political career. The day after he says, take care of your son, minister.
When he's on national TV and
Right.
everyone in the country is watching that. The more controversial thing is that the reason Congressman Chang was roasting Cho-guk was he was saying that you are a golden spoon. You pass down your privilege to your son and daughters. The other common people of Korea would feel like they're deprived of their own rights, like compared to Cho-guk's sons and daughter, because they got so much advantages. But
They got privileges.
They got privileges, allegedly. That was the logic of this whole opposite party. And now this
Oh
son,
my God.
he mentioned his dad is a congressman, and over that, his car was a Mercedes-Benz ALG. AMG. It's 3억 won.
$300,000.
A 20-year-old is driving a Mercedes.
AMG GT라는 3억 덜 되는 차를 샀습니다. 20살에
And
That's
does a
300K.
DUI and tries to bribe
the
the
person. And then another person comes in, says he did it, so that Noel can like, you know, not get his fucking career ruined.
I mean, I don't understand the situation because how can another person come after the police? The police arrived first, and then another person just came out of nowhere. And how does the police believe that he drove the car when
I don't know.
the police arrived first?
None of this makes sense. Why are you DUIing? There's these things called 대리기사.
Yeah.
Like we have people that you call. I called it yesterday actually. I had a beer. You know, sometimes people just drive with a drink of beer. Obviously it's not safe, but they do that. But I saw the news coming out of my house. So I was like, okay, no way I'm take any risk from now on. I haven't drunk drive ever in my life, but no way for sure. But anyway, it's really
Like in
cheap.
California?
It's really cheap. It's like $15. Cost of a
What's
taxi.
cheap?
The
In California?
No. Designated drivers that you can like call and they'll come and drive your car to your home. These things cost like $15-20.
And he drives a Mercedes.
You drive a $300,000 car,
Dad is a
man.
congressman.
And your dad just went on national TV for 12 hours saying all this kind of shit. Why are you not calling the 대리운전?
Yeah, so legit, this is the
I'm
biggest
just-
news in
I'm just so
town.
pissed at
because
this
this is
dude.
like a movie. You know?
Yeah.
This is like a movie.
It does not make
It
sense.
almost seems like Cho-guk made someone make this situation happen.
Like
you know?
he poured beer down his throat.
Yeah.
So this one kid basically ruined the opposition party's any chances of like.
They have
he just-
no say in this
He
anymore.
just like fucking put out the fire, man.
and
Like,
Cho-guk got nominated today. So
yeah. He is the Minister of Justice.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do politicians, like including Cho-guk and Chang Jae-hyun, both of
Right.
them, do politicians have to pay the price for their children's or families' behavior?
Okay, 3, 2,
2,
1.
1. Oh,
Triangle.
I'm
triangle. Okay, so here's the thing. Had Chang Jae-hyun not said all that shit the day before,
Okay.
I don't think this is necessarily a problem. This is kind of different from Cho-guk's case,
Yeah.
where I'm not trying to take sides, but Cho-guk, the issue with him was the parents were deeply involved in the making of this alleged crime regarding the daughter's education and how she got unfair treatment thanks to the parents' power, right? Preferential treatment.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, it's very difficult to think like, oh, it's just my wife did it and you didn't know about it, right?
Well, I can understand that because my dad doesn't know shit I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Well, fine.
My
That's your
mom.
family. But still, man, like, come on. That's that. Whereas your son DUIing, I mean, that does tell that you probably didn't do a good job of educating your son properly. But at the same time, I feel like that's not like something that you can really control. I do feel like the number one thing that we should consider when we're picking politicians or stuff like that should not be like, you know, how their family is.
I agree to like if the person is directly tied to his children's or family's like faults or whatever, corruption, then it matters. But also in the grand scheme of things, I also think politicians is a special career. It's a special job. It's a job that you can only get by being voted by the people.
Right.
And it's a job that you have to be like a transparent, clean.
Politicians are probably the dirtiest people in the world.
I know,
That's
but,
not ironic.
by the book, you have to be like, it's called 공직자, you know, the word
they're
itself.
in an official position.
The word itself is called official, public
position.
Yeah, clean person. Your family is part of you. And if your family has dirt on their hand, I think it would be like a smudge on the person's like reputation. If there's an alternative option, I wouldn't pick a person who has a family that has a sketchy or bad background.
우리 국민들은 더 깨끗하고 더 흠이 없고 더 반듯한 법무장관을 가질 권리가 있다는 말씀을 먼저 드리겠습니다.
Next news.
BTS. Woo! Is not going to get exempt from the military. Confirmed.
Oh.
Don't say anything.
Okay, I'll just be here.
I'll maybe like blur you
I'll
out.
hide.
Okay. So the task force, the TF for special cases on military service law, has decided not to expand or change its current standards. According to multiple government officials, the task force, composed of the Ministry of National Defense, Military Manpower Administration, and the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism, decided not to shift any policies regarding special military exemption due to issues such as fairness and equity. For the law to expand, the parliament needs to decide on it, is their opinion. So the current law decides that the following conditions are how you get exempt from military service. Number 1, you get an Olympic medal. Number 2, you get an Asian Game gold medal. Number 3, you get above second place in an international art competition. Arts like ballet or like violin or whatever.
Fine art.
And number 4, first prize in a domestic arts competition. However, because of the logic that these exemptions are backed up by boosting national pride and promoting Korea, the Korean public has made requests in the past on exempting BTS, who has unquestionably done more than any Korean athlete or artist combined. However, as the task force decided not to expand the boundaries, it has become final that BTS has now to enlist for the military, which is not actually a big deal because BTS themselves mentioned in CBS Sunday Morning that they think it's a natural process as a Korean and that they are ready to enlist and do their best when they get called.
Right.
So according to Sports Donga and Insight, who put out an article today, not from DK News, they reported that the chances of BTS enlisting in the military all at once has increased. According to the news, they said a related source stated that the members have already discussed about military enlistment and they already have more affection towards the group more than solo activities. They have a consensus on reducing the gap of absence as a team. Meanwhile, due to the law, next year the oldest member Jin is obligated to enlist. According to the news sources, assuming that BTS members go one by one, then there could be a gap of minimum 4 years or max 10 years a gap to see the group as a whole again.
Yeah.
So I brought some K-Army reactions. What do you mean all at once enlistment? Is Big Hit crazy?
The Mangne line is really young. Why are they trying to force them to enlist?
Except Jin, everybody is in an unfair situation. It doesn't make sense. All at once shouldn't even be mentioned. The Mangne line doesn't even have to go to military even after Jin's enlistment or like the BTS activities. Why do they have to sacrifice when they're like so pretty in their 20s? It applies the same for V and Jimin as well. The last one, all at once enlistment is crazy. It's not communism.
I don't know what communism has to do with that, but okay.
They're
So
saying-
people are not happy that this is being even discussed. All at once enlistment.
Yeah.
Okay.
About the exemption though, a lot of people are actually supporting BTS exemption now at this point since the law hasn't changed.
Right.
So we've already debated about their exemption in the past, and I personally agreed to their exemption. However, now by the law, they are obligated to go. So let's make this sure. At the end, it's their call and it's their decision and nothing else matters, right? disclaimer. But let's just maybe do a quick prediction on whether they will go all at once or not.
Okay.
It's just a prediction, that's all. BTS will enlist all at once, O or X.
Okay, 3, 2,
2, 1, O.
I've been saying this like since a year ago, like BTS will all enlist at once. I have a lot of people that work in the music industry.
As the news said, they value their team, like BTS, more than their own solo activities. That's what the members said. It's even better for the Maknae line to just enlist at once because 4 to like 10-year gap. Like if you just weigh it, 4 to 10-year gap is gonna be even harmful than just like a short 2-year gap. It sounds unfair for the Maknae line.
I mean, it's not unfair.
It is kind of unfair.
What's so unfair about it?
Because like assume Jungkook, he could just like continue his career until he's like 28 or 7.
Oh, like until BTS is like current contract.
Yeah, and then he could enlist. So like he is kind of like sacrificing his 2 younger years.
Right.
When he doesn't have to go. But anyways, I think BTS will make a good decision.
And also, I think there won't be really a hiatus because what I'm thinking is what I'm thinking is Big Hit has already a lot of content for the 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they will have like an entire series. Like you can't produce new stuff and then release it while you're inside.
Okay.
But stuff that you produced before and you release it during your military period.
That profit goes into your bank account.
Of course, it's not communism.
But anyways, wish the best for BTS.
Yes.
They're gonna make a wise decision,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people are saying this is fake news. A lot of armies are riled up
No,
because like
I'm gonna bet my balls.
Don't bet your balls. A
We'll
lot of
bet
armies
something.
are saying we're not gonna believe any shit before Big Hit official states it.
okay.
They're actually going for the journalists. Like, don't go for us, guys. I stated the sources right above there.
Okay.
So
Go
like,
for them.
Go for them. The journalists, they might have a source. I hope they're not writing these articles without any like. Okay.
Next news! Ahn Jae Hyun to file divorce lawsuit against Goo Hye.
Oh, this story, it's been
This
going on
is
forever.
some
It's like, wow.
drama, man.
It is a drama.
Yeah, the celebrity actor-actress couple who have been married for 3 years have been taking their divorce procedures public the past few weeks, and it has been one messy ass
Sloppy.
divorce procedure. It all started on August 18th when Goo Hye posted on her Instagram that her marriage was on the brink of ending. She stated that Ahn has lost interest in her and wants to divorce. However, Goo Hye, she wants to keep her family together. She said Ahn will start putting out press releases next week and things that are said in them will not be true, is what she claimed.
Not be true.
Yeah, until this point, the people's opinions were favorable towards Goo Hye.
Yeah, I seen the comments. Like Ahn was like that, you know, that
That
Korean
asshole.
guy.
He's a Hannam.
Hannam.
He was called Hannam.
Yeah.
Then Goo Hye fought back with a post that claimed that Ahn wanted to divorce because he said she wasn't sexy enough and she didn't have sexy nipples.
Oh yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
whole sexy nipple.
And that's what Goo Hye said. We didn't say this.
Yeah.
Goo Hye said this.
Yeah, that's what
on
she
her-
said.
That's what she said. I don't know what the definition of sexy nipples is. Well, actually, I do know.
What
Okay.
is your definition of sexy nipples?
It's like
I have one.
yeah, I have one too.
Mine.
At
Mine
this
aren't.
point, the public opinion was on Goo Hye's side until Dispatch revealed a text conversation that they retrieved between the two. Okay, so we're gonna reenact some of these conversations. This conversation was held on April 30th of this year. I don't feel so good. It's 1 a.m. You didn't call me and it's just natural thing to say you're drinking. Am I that easy? Don't ignore me.
I'm sorry, honey. We're all drinking together right now. I'm sorry. I didn't drink that much. I'm actually sober right now. I'm sorry.
When you come home, you need to clean up the food waste in the kitchen, the trash on the veranda, and separate the recycling by the shoe closet.
Wait. I'm pretty sure she didn't say like in the veranda.
I'm just putting on my own bias. Okay.
Ahn said I got it.
Okay. Goo Hye made allegations that Ahn Jae Hyun had only ate a few bites of radish soup she made for him and then left for a birthday party with other people. So this is the conversation following her allegations.
The radish soup was so delicious. Thank you.
No problem. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It was really delicious.
That's right. I'll make you a lot of it after your diet is over.
Okay.
Later that day. Bum bum bum. So you were late last night because you were out with your stylist, drinking and shaking your butt and having fun. And when you came home, you were so desperate for a divorce. How off-putting. Why did you even come home then? It's such a shame for me, who was busy since the morning making your beef radish soup. You want a divorce because my sexy nipples or my nipples aren't sexy enough after you pinch them so much? If you want to live with respect, start by respecting your wife first. Oh my god.
That video was from today.
I felt like I got neurosis when you said you wanted a divorce.
I went to get clothes fitted and I got a party there.
You're being so blunt with me. If you're going to be like that, why did you come home? It was more exciting there.
I'm sorry I'm different at home than when I'm outside. I'm at a reading right now. Let's talk later.
Okay, so this was a birthday party that Ahn Jae Hyun had with his stylist. I mean, like, if you think about like what Goo Hye is saying, like, I might be biased here, but if you think about what she's saying, like, she's making it seem like, you know, he went to like Burning Sun and had the Mansuru set, and you know, like
Looking for sexy nipples.
looking for sexy nipples.
Licking.
But this, you can see, it was like just a small little thing where they,
With the staff, I guess.
yeah, with the staff, they bar a cake, and that was pretty
Okay.
much it.
Let's not get biased. Let's
Okay,
go to
okay,
the full
okay,
story
okay,
first.
okay. There is more. If you want to read everything, just go look it up. August 7th, 2019, Goo Hye says this: "Give me the house.
I already gave you 90 million won.
You had a change of heart. Get out and leave with nothing."
I earned the money because I worked hard. Don't you think this is too much? Does it look like I'm full of cash?
90 million won is what was added to your assets. Don't you think you're being too much?
I am already minus 130
This-
million won.
This guy is in debt. A divorced person can still look well off around the entire country. Get out here with nothing.
Even if I sell the Yongin house, I'm in the red.
Then earn more. Oh.
What are you trying to do?
You ruined my life, so I'm going to take everything I can.
So you're gonna ruin my life.
Who are you to ruin my life? This conversation is cancer.
Don't give me all of the reasons.
What is this? What did I do? Did you clean the house? I didn't hear a single word about working hard, taking care of the house.
You got paid for your housework. You demanded that I pay you for it. Why are you saying this?
It wouldn't matter if I was a normal citizen. I was paid for my work, not a divorce. Why get a divorce? I'm out of the house now, so just go out and live your life. I don't want to be a divorcee.
I want you to be comfortable with the pet, so I left. You said you would leave when the Yangpyeong house was built.
Thanks.
And that's not enough? So you want a house?
You said you wanted to focus on acting. Give me the house. Okay, enough about that conversation, man. That was freaking long. Just if you want the full story, just go look it up. It's all over the news. All K-pop. Go search it. This was revealed by Dispatch. And actually, after this was revealed, Goo Hye came out saying the actual reason for the divorce was actually Ann's affairs.
Oh.
According to Goo Hye, she heard rumors regarding Ahn and an actress he is currently filming a drama with. This made her lose trust in him.
Oh.
However, Oh Yeon-seo and Kim Seo-gi, who are currently filming a drama with Ahn, came out saying right after Goo Hye said these things that such rumors are not true. Finally, on September 5th, Ahn announced that he will file a divorce lawsuit against Goo Hye. So that's the gist of this long-ass drama that is this case. And I want to ask, I don't want to take sides. I don't think that's good. You know, this is like personal matters.
I want
right?
to take sides.
Well, I'm on the
have my
side.
own
I'm on
opinion.
the side with Ahn Jae Hyun.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, it's.
Our own reasons.
I mean, like it's not really a debate though. Like just from seeing the information that's out there.
It's not because I'm a male or anything. Like regardless of who did right or wrong,
Yeah.
I think Goo Hye's actions of like exposing every single private message or private matter
Yeah.
internally happening within the relationship,
right.
like putting it on Instagram, I think that's disrespectful in the first place.
Right.
So I do not agree with Goo Hye's action in the first place. And after seeing Dispatch revealing Ahn Jae Hyun's, like Dispatch revealing it, we don't know where they got the information.
Right.
Like a lot of people assume Ahn Jae Hyun like couldn't bear it anymore and
Right.
he kind of like
Sent
leaked
it.
it or whatever.
Yeah.
Ahn Jae Hyun technically did not reveal any of his private information or
No.
what's going on within the
No.
relationship. He just persevered. He was just there and he was just waiting for like legal stuff while Goo Hye-sun was like all active on Instagram. And what the funny thing is, like she got so many reactions and retention on Instagram, and in between, you know, she promoted her own book.
Oh, right.
So
She doesn't seem like she's in a good place. That's what I'm thinking. Like her actions tell me that she needs help. She needs some, like her mental state is not very stable right now.
after the dispatch thing, she posted another like
Saying like
another frame.
I was
like,
in an affair.
And then Oh Yeon-seo got super pissed, so she sued Goo Hye-sun, right?
yeah.
So like this is a whole mess.
Right.
I think Goo Hye-sun shouldn't have acted like that.
Okay. Well, that question I'm gonna ask right now is not whether or not like Goo Hye-sun did right. Dispatch, before they revealed the dialogue, the text conversations, the public opinion was heavily in favor of Goo Hye-sun,
Oh yeah.
and Ahn was like, you know, just this horrible
Yeah, he was
misogynist.
crucified. He was
and
like
this
in a witch
old
hunt.
person,
Yeah.
like trying to like sexually objectify his own life and
sexy
like
nipples and stuff,
shit
yeah.
like that. What's this?
Nipples.
Okay. But I want to ask, did Dispatch finally do something good with the revealing of the text and clearing Ahn's name? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, are you X?
Yeah.
Do
X,
this
X,
then.
X.
Okay, triangle for me.
Okay.
First of all, I don't think it's a matter of good or bad because Dispatch is moving with its own interest. It's going for the views.
Right.
It's going for the clicks. So I don't think they would like be the generous journalist who tries to like defend Ahn Jae Hyun. Who knows how they got the source, the Kakao Talk text. If it was achieved illegally,
Right.
like if they like stole it from some I don't know, forensic
But this is
company
a
or whatever.
recent text. This
Yeah.
is like 2019.
Yeah, so if they got it like how they usually do, you know, by stalking people or illegally, you know, doing stuff,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like good, but like I know it's like a turnover events for Ahn Jae Hyun,
Right.
and he got like his rightful defense because
Right.
now people have all
Right.
flocked to Ahn Jae Hyun's side. Like, oh, Goo Hye-sun was
Right.
so obsessive. Like no one could have standard her, you know,
Right.
like, and like Ahn Jae Hyun, I feel like he was preparing a statement. And even if he did, he wouldn't have got the
gotten his
favor.
justice.
Yeah, he wouldn't have gotten his justice. And Dispatch kind of did that job. I have this hunch that maybe some person related to Ahn Jae Hyun kind of like leaked the information or something like
his
that.
company or something.
Yeah. I think that might have happened too.
gonna-
Like Song Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo, they didn't disclose anything, you know? Like
No.
they were just divorced and that's it. And they're
Yeah.
going through like divorce and
They're
you know,
happy. They're living their life.
yeah, so that should have been the way, but I do understand that Ahn Jae Hyun had to do something because Goo Hye-sun was going crazy, like
Right,
posting
right,
everything.
right.
So
Unless this is something that both the parties agree to expose, I think reporting on some private text conversations is not okay. Especially regarding, you know, something that's really, you know, a personal matter. Whether or not Goo Hye-sun divorces or not is none of your fucking business. So I felt like Dispatch reporting on this is something really, really private. I don't think that's right to report on these kind of private conversations. But also B, I do think this was not just solely, you know, Dispatch doing this. It was more like there was somebody who was, wanted these revealed.
Yeah.
So that Ahn could have his justice.
that was the triangle part, like
Right,
the old
right,
part for me.
right,
Because
right.
there were a lot of past cases during the Me Too movement. Women falsely accused like a lot of celebrities that sexually
Oh,
harassed
right,
them or
right,
assaulted
right,
them.
right.
And then after the court verdict,
right.
the males were actually innocent
like,
and
오달수.
yeah, like
Right.
those kind of cases. But the
Right.
public, the damage has already been done,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the public doesn't get updated on the court's verdict. So the person is like just tainted. Like the person's
They can't
reputation
come
is
out.
still tainted. Ahn Jae Hyun has seen that too, like
Right,
happen.
right.
So,
he was quick to act.
he was quick to act, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because like his lifeline, he's in the red right now. He has a
Right.
debt of like 130
Right.
million won, and
and if he becomes like a sexy nipple guy,
Yeah.
then he's never gonna get another
yeah,
act.
maybe porn, but
Maybe. If Ahn Jae knew about like Dispatch reporting this, and if Ahn Jae was part of like what made Dispatch report this, then I fully agree that Dispatch did the right thing.
Yeah.
Because if Goo Hye-sun reveals a text, then now it's fair game. But if like a random third party comes in and says, "Oh, we're gonna reveal everything about you," then I don't think that's right. But seeing from Ahn Jae, I'm getting like, okay, this is how you do PR. This is how you do PR. You don't do it directly. You don't join the fight. You just make. If Ahn Jae was the one who did this, or his party was one of the ones that did this, then you don't join the fight. You just leak the info here and let the public decide. Oh, I'm just gonna keep quiet. I'm not gonna like stoop down to her level. Good PR.
Actually, everyone is on Ahn Jae Hyun's side now.
Exactly.
Except for a lot
very,
of, like,
very good
yeah.
PR.
Yeah.
So let's take some hints from Ahn Jae Hyun from now on, okay? Ahn Jae Hyun's manager, hit us up, please. I would love to receive some advice for you.
Okay, so that was it for DK News. There was a lot of tea today. I mean, it was a super long
man, it's
episode.
tiring.
Sorry, Sarah, for that, but that's what you're paid for.
Hey,
But
enjoy your it's called a full-time job for a reason. Last news, Sarah is hired full-time. Now she has to edit this long-ass video that's like freaking
yeah,
2
and
hours
if
long.
you want to support our DK News and Sarah,
Right.
support us on patreon.com/DKDKTV.
Your money. If you don't pay, Sarah doesn't get
This,
paid.
this seems wrong. This seems like UNICEF or something. Like, don't do it. Okay.
Think of Sarah, guys. Go to patreon.com/DKDKTV. Help a girl out. She's 20. She's 8. She's 19. She's just 19 years old.
She's legal age.
She's
yeah.
she's legally we signed a contract, legal contract. Guys, don't worry. But she's 19 years old. She's trying to make a living. Help this girl out. Patreon.com/DKDKTV. And we're out. Bye bye.
You know this is all a joke, right?
No, I'm not kidding.
Don't take it seriously. It's all a joke.